Speaking of things that are sad, look at this pile of shit right here. Jesus. Look, I try to tell y'all all the time, the box score doesn't always show you what really happened in a game. In other words, you can look at a box score and see that a team won by 10 points, but if you watch the game, you can go, you know what? I know they only won by 10, but they completely dominated that game from start to finish. Could have and should have been a lot worse. The Georgia-Tennessee game is an example of that. There's lots of examples of that. The opposite is also true. You can look at some box scores and see, look at the Ohio State-Maryland box. If you just looked at Ohio State-Maryland yesterday, you know what you saw? You saw that Ohio State won 43-30, and you're probably thinking, well, it's a two-score game. Game probably never in doubt. It was Ohio State kicked a field goal with 2 minutes to go to give themselves a 6-point lead. Maryland had the ball where at the end of the game where a touchdown wins the game. They throw a pick, game over. It's pick six, game over. But so the box score doesn't tell the whole story. Vandy and Florida is one of these situations, isn't it? This score does not tell you the story of this game. Florida lost 31-24, and you're thinking, well, I just looked at the box score. That's only a one touchdown game. Vandy absolutely dominated you. They absolutely dominated you. I saw Florida fans on Twitter and comment sections on Facebook and YouTube during the first quarter of that game when it first started. Oh, look at this. This is a home game for Florida. There's more Florida fans up here than there is Vandy fans. Well, then you lost at home to Vandy then, because they absolutely destroyed you. The team was unprepared yet again. Sloppy mistakes yet again. What is that an indication of? Poor coaching. I want you to look at the end of the TCU game, and then I want you to look at Florida special teams over the course of the season. Night and day difference. And guess what? TCU has a first-year coach, Jack, just like you do. So save me that, well, this is his first year there. Woo. It's Sonny Dykes' first year at TCU, and he would have the Horned Frogs running circles around you when it comes to special teams and pretty much anything else. That botched punt return, free touchdown for Vandy. My God. I pray Anthony Richardson comes back next year. I pray he comes back next year. Well, the main person I hope comes back next year is Sunbelt Billy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's got no idea. And the Florida fans can say, well, you're a Georgia fan. Of course, you're going to say that. It's just a fact. He didn't deserve that job. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head. The same things I've been telling you is all true. It's all true. Will you be better next year? Maybe. You're a 6-win team this year. Yeah, maybe you win 7 or 8 games. Is that what you want? He's never even going to get you to where Tennessee is right now. It ain't going to happen. You will never be playing in November with a playoff spot being a possibility, ever, under Billy Napier. It will never happen. You will never play a single game in November with Billy Napier as head coach where you have a chance of making the playoffs. It's not going to happen. So hang on to him as long as you want. Keep drinking what is this called? We'll call this the Sunbelt Aid. Y'all had the whole Mullinade there. Oh, yeah, you're not ready for this Mullinade. Turns out the Mullinade was poisonous, is what it was. And I don't know, whatever this stuff y'all are drinking from Sunbelt Billy, as far as I'm concerned, you can get one of them, what are those things? The Jaws of Life. Yeah, you can go get yourself one of them Jaws of Life that they use to rip cars open. Go get you a Jaws of Life, insert it right here. Open your cake hole as far as it'll go and guzzle that damn Sunbelt Billy Aid or whatever you're calling it. He doesn't know what he's doing. He got blown out and humiliated to Vandy. Worst start in the SEC for Florida in 50 years with the whole 1-4 deal. You lose to Kentucky at home. But Georgia just is so far ahead of you, you can't even see them. It's just embarrassing. Tennessee has passed you. Well, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on. And as bad as Miami is, I would rather see Miami and Florida play this coming week than I would Florida and Florida State. You know why? Florida State's going to beat the absolute soul out of you. I mean, it's going to be. They might beat you worse than they beat Miami. What did they beat Miami? 45-3? They might beat you worse than that. They might beat you worse than that. What about the recruiting, Woo? You haven't signed a recruiting class yet, buddy. And they don't call this flip season for no reason. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Florida. What a fucking joke.